Welcome on back to Skippers. I know I was gone, week vacation. It was nice to relax there for a little bit, but we're going for a week recap. The week I was gone, recap some of the 4 best performances of the week. Thanks again to Rare MLB for sponsoring the video. Do not forget to subscribe, join the Discord. Let's get into the players. First one is Lourdes Gurriel Jr. of the Diamondbacks. The week I was gone, he hit .571. He had a 2,113 OPS and a 414 weighted runs created plus. Lourdes is doing the thing where he is the best hitter in baseball over a short period of time. He's already matched his home run output from last season, and we know that Lourdes Gurriel, as I am a Jays fan, is one of the streakiest hitters and someone whose monthly splits are wild. If we look at his weighted runs created plus by month, March and April, 80, May 104, June 159, July 133, August 82, and September 143. We look at his percentile rankings. His hard hit percentage is in the 84th percentile, expected weighted on base average 76th, expected batting average 83rd, expected slugging 76th, K percentage in the 87th percentile, and a whiff percentage in the 84th percentile. Gurriel is only 53% rostered and seems to be thriving in this Diamondbacks lineup. I don't think it's a bad idea to be picking him up while he continues to get hot throughout the summer, especially if you can just ride this initial heat wave right now. The second player with a great week was Leury Tavares of the Rangers. He hit .625, a 1,622 OPS, and a weighted runs created plus of 347 last week. Tavares had 11 hits in 54 at-bats in April, and then he swings into May and he has 10 hits in only 16 at-bats. He's running an unsustainable batting average on balls in play at 400, as his real average is 300 right now, but the outfielder is only 3% rostered. He has a max exit velocity in the 84th percentile, a hard hit percentage in the 74th percentile, expected batting average 59th percentile, barrel percentage 50th percentile, and then a sprint speed in the 96th percentile. These numbers, if you look at his Baseball Savant page, aren't great, but if you look at them compared to last season, they have made some big strides. Again, I think that sprint speed is crazy that he hasn't been able to steal enough bases, but I mean, when he's not getting many hits the month before, you're not getting on base and the opportunity to steal bases. So at the bottom of the lineup, I think he has a chance to steal a lot more bases. His weighted on base average of 364 and weighted runs created plus of 132 is pretty solid for a guy, again, only 3% roster, and could be a solid pickup if you need help in a deeper 5 outfielder league. If you guys aren't playing Rare MLB in addition to your year-long fantasy, what are you doing? On Rare, you're able to play in tournaments that happen over certain series. You have players that are cards and you're able to earn upgrades, and it's been nice last week, and finally got some upgrades. You see the team now. I was able to use one of my common card swaps here, pick up Nick Lodolo as well. I had Jeffrey Springs there. The injuries, it's tough to do. You have a free swap on the common cards, and then I earned Teoscar Hernandez, which should be a nice little thing. Happy with how we went, so let's set up our team again for this upcoming game week 7. I'm going to go into the minors again. I had some success there. So let's register here. Starting pitcher, Nick Lodolo for that game week is going to be probable. He sets up against the Pittsburgh Pirates, I believe, on Sunday. So Nick Lodolo for sure going in. Devin Williams, it's the only reliever I got. He is going in my relief pitcher slot. These two guys, Jake Burger and Derek Hall. Jake Burger has come up, as you guys saw in my video yesterday. He's placing 3 different lefties this week. I'm going to be putting Jake Burger in the lineup at the corner infielder position. Unfortunately, this is pretty much made for me. Luis Diaz and Gabriel Moreno. Let's see who Diaz has in these games. So it's going the Pirates into the Phillies. So I believe Phillies will be game week 7. And then Gabriel Moreno, they are going up against the Padres. So I'm taking Gabriel Moreno in that one. I like who I have for my teams here. Corbin Carroll seems to be just an awesome fantasy player. There's no reason I cannot be playing him again. So extra, the hitters. Teoscar Hernandez gets don't know who he gets after the Brewers here, but I think the upside's there for that. Yesiri Ruiz is going to be my last pick in there again. I'm just trying to crack in there, get some nice little rewards from my Rare. But that's this team I have, again, submitting it finally for game week 7. If your fantasy baseball seasons aren't off to a hot start, Rare MLB is the best way to get back into the fantasy baseball swing without having to join other leagues. Make sure you click the link in the description to join Rare MLB and play along and see how you guys do in these tournaments as well. Talking baseball, the last week was Bryce Miller of the Mariners. In his 2 starts, he went 1-0, a .75 ERA, only allowed 4 hits, had 15 strikeouts, and 1 walk. This is Pitching Ninja tweet. The velo is nice, but what's what's elite is his fastball rise. 25% of Spencer Strider's fastballs this year have dropped 9 inches or less, which is a lot. But Bryce Miller's, 49% of them. His fastball spin is in the 97th percentile. Bryce Miller is the first pitcher in MLB history with a sub-1 ERA, 15-plus strikeouts, walks of 1 or less in a pitcher's first 2 career games. He's throwing his four-seam fastball 70% of the time, and hitters are only hitting .033 against them. Bryce Miller has only thrown 17 pitches that aren't four-seam fastballs or cutters. This is one of the best fastballs in all of baseball, and again, I've said this multiple occasions. If your fastball can play and get you swings and misses and get people out, it's a very easy recipe for success. Rest of the season, Miller could be an absolute workhorse. I'm not going to trade the farm for him in all my leagues, but I think he's a really awesome option. And if he's available on your wire, you need to be picking him up. And finally, I have Zac Eflin of the Rays in his one start this week. He went against the Pirates. He had a 7-inning masterclass where he struck out 10, only allowed 3 hits, and had a .50 FIP in that start. When the Rays picked him up, they knew exactly what they were doing. Change up some of his pitch repertoire, and it's absolutely paid off as Zac Eflin is 4-0 with a 2.25 ERA. Average exit velocity against 72nd percentile, expected ERA 79th percentile. He has a walk percentage 97th percentile and a chase rate in the 98th percentile. Eflin's curveball usage is up 6% this season, and his cutter usage is up 15%. He's been an elite control guy this season, and you should be starting him with confidence anytime he toes the rubber. I know you're not going to be able to buy low on a guy like Zac Eflin, but if it is someone you picked up off the wire and you thought about selling high on, I would not do it right now. Ride Zac Eflin while you can. The Rays know what they're doing in the pitching department. They got him for a reason, and these results seem to be paying off nicely. Thanks again for watching. Just a nice little week recap on some 4 players that you might be able to acquire or pick up off your waiver wire. Tomorrow I will be back with some buying options. I don't know if it's going to be a sell high or if it's going to be a buy low, but I'll figure that out and have a video for you guys tomorrow. Thank you to So Rare MLB for sponsoring the video, and I will see you guys tomorrow.